Hey everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee. Today we are visiting the Pierce Brothers Mortuary here in Westwood Village. A lot of famous people buried here. We're not here out of morbid curiosity. We are here to actually pay our respects. These are people, parts of our childhood, parts of pop culture. So many wonderful people have gone, yet their memory lingers on, and we are here to celebrate them, not laugh or not mock them. They are truly part of who we are today, part of the fabric of pop culture. And I'd like to introduce you to their final resting places right here on this episode of CD Junkie. There's music, but a whole lot more. It's not a very large cemetery, but it's actually quite lovely. And we're going to start our journey over here. And here is legendary author Ray Bradbury. And here is Carol Brady herself, Florence Henderson. In loving memory of Miss Peggy Lee. And here marks James Coburn in Like Flint and so many other films. And here's the grave of Wolfgang Peterson, definitely celebrating the holiday season. And this stool here, The Never-Ending Story, Das Boot. And here is, of course, Peter Falk, Columbo. Just on the opposite side is Sam Simon, who climbed to fame with his involvement in The Simpsons. And here's the grave of Billy Wilder. I'm a writer, but then nobody's perfect. We're standing here, the grave of Jack Lemmon, and as it says, Jack Lemmon in. And right next to Jack Lemmon is Carroll O'Connor, of course, Archie Bunker, and then of course his wife and his son, who was on that TV series In the Still of the Night with him. They are all here together. Here is actor Paul Gleason, best known as the principal in Breakfast Club, one of my top 10 favorite movies. And right next to him, the legend that is Carl Dean Wilson, the voice of an angel. And there is Natalie Wood, Geoff Emerick, of course, engineer for the Beatles and Pink Floyd, etc. And here is the very dirty grave of Bob Crane and his wife. This has not been kept up very well, sadly. There is Dorothy Stratton, buried next to Peter Bogdanovich. The legendary Don Knotts. And here, of course, is Mel Torme. And if you know me, you know I'm a big fan of the music of Ray Conniff. I believe, any musicians out there, I believe that those are the first four notes of the song Somewhere in My Love. And here, I believe he is joined by, there is Ray Conniff. And here is the legend that is Truman Capote, and buried alongside his friend Joanne Carson, ex-wife of Johnny Carson. And here is Heather O'Rourke from the Poltergeist films, the young blonde girl. I'm assuming this is author Jackie Collins, who has a famous sister named Joan Collins. And there is Buddy Rich, songwriter and pop culture icon Rod McKuen. And here lies the legendary Dean Martin. And it looks like Tim Conway. I guess Thomas must have been his real name. And here's Carl Malden and his wife Mona. And here is Kirk and Ann Douglas and their son Eric. Just down the ways a little bit from his old movie partner Jack Lemmon is Walter Matthau and his wife Carol. One of my favorite epitaphs. I will not be right back after this message. And of course, Charlie's Angels, Farrah Fawcett. Known for more than that, obviously. And here is comedy legend, Rodney Dangerfield. And there is Ozzy Nelson from Ozzy and Harriet, and of course, father of David and Ricky Nelson. And here is Brian Keith, of course from Family Affair, and his daughter Daisy. And here is probably the most visited person here, and that is Marilyn Monroe. And the man who quite possibly made her famous, or she made him famous, is buried right next to her, Hugh Hefner.